Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and it is exciting times.
We have so many new stuff, contrast paints, new armies, new General's Handbook.
Yep, General's Handbook is here as well, so if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Matthew's just joined us. Thank you for tuning in, Matthew. I'm just about to actually post on Facebook. Give me just a second.
Do you want to turn the auto zoom thing off for this, or?
Is it playing more? Is it?
I don't know.
It might still be off. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, we picked up a handful of the contrast paints. Lucy had a quick go of them yesterday and painted up 20 zombies. You pretty much finished them, didn't you?
Yeah, in an hour and a half. So the light purple, I'm just giving it a second coat because it wasn't as deep as I liked. But even still, with the second coat, it's taken us no time at all.
Tim Aaron Scold, yo, what's up? We have the General's Handbook and we have contrast paints. Lucy's also got a couple of death heroes that she's going to be having a go at painting up.
Just with contrast.
And contrast paint. So yeah, General's Handbook, Lucy. Lots of changes.
Yep, there's some of the new missions. They all look so fun, but especially the narrative and open, they look brilliant. And I really do like...
Oh, what's that? Matthew Pellick just donated £5. Thank you very much indeed, Matthew. We will certainly pick up another contrast paint for that. That is greatly appreciated.
Definitely.
We basically got one of each colour, but we got two very different greens, two different fleshes.
I think we've got three because I picked a third one up yesterday, didn't I?
No, you got a flesh yesterday. Oh, well, Plague Bearer flesh is green.
Oh, very right.
Liam's just joined us. Yeah, it was Liam that we drove past earlier.
Was it?
Yeah, at Lidl. I commented on his thing. I says, did we drive past you at Lidl? He was like, no way, I was just on my way home.
Yeah, I will say about the contrast, we decided to try the blue on the weapon for these, and I didn't like it at all.
Oh, the grey.
Yeah, so
yeah.
the weapons I will just be using a normal silver. Might do a quart of the grey contrast over the top of the silver, but I didn't like it as a base, so...
No, I think for some things it's very good. I think for others...
Oh, the blue and the greens on the trousers for these, it's perfect. And he saw it and his eyes just lit up because he was...
Gene Steeler Cult are going to get painted. Let's have a look. Mark, are you a bit concerned that places may start fully going with the handbook tournament rules, in particular the requirement to use the suggested base sizes?
There's two answers. It depends what type of tournament. I think if you're going full on GT type, they will. But I think your friendly local gaming club, I don't think they will be as strict, and that's what I'm hoping for. Although...
Well, I'm going to have a look actually, because I know there was tournament rules in here, Mark, so we'll have a quick look. Match player rules, won't it?
I don't know how to get this camera so you can actually see the models I'm painting.
What, do you want it a bit closer?
I don't know.
If you just put it closer to the floor a bit. And, the light's not on it, that's why you're creating your own shadow. I tried some Vanguard Vets with Blue Angels Red, but I find it leaves puddles of paint on more flat areas. Yes, we said exactly that. So for the zombies, it's actually very good because there's not very many flat surfaces. I think for Space Marines, I don't like it.
Yeah.
So it purely depends
I
on.
think if you've got a hardy little models like zombies, it's perfect. I mean, I doubt I could have based all the clothes and the skin, just base alone, in the time it took us to do what I got done yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for stuff like your Gene Stealers, your zombies, your Zinch, Nurgle, Slanesh, it's epic. But for stuff like Space Marines, Stormcast...
Tower should probably not use it on either.
No, not
The
that.
Fire Warriors and the drones, like you said, Liam, I think they could look alright, but the bigger suits I probably wouldn't. I think as long as it's quite detailed, and you know, if you take your time with applying it, it can work. For models with loads of recesses and small spaces, it should be perfect. Yeah, absolutely, exactly like the zombies. So let's have a quick look. Rules pack. If you decide to organize tournament, please. Page 70 and 71.
Evening Angel Wing.
Whoop whoop. Alright. Tournament will be using the core rules, including those between the war school realm of battle and pitch battle rules, hidden agendas. You must bring along a painted army of Citadel miniatures mounted on recommended bases. It doesn't say that. It does say, in order to take part in a pitch battle tournament, you must bring along painted army of Citadel miniatures mounted on the recommended bases. To be honest, I don't think like most people aren't gonna be that pedantic. Like
Unless it's something ridiculous.
My Troll Hag, for example, is mounted on a slightly smaller base than what the now recommended is, because I put it on the one that was originally supposed to be on before she got the update to the Gloomspike Gits.
And you've had it at a tournament and they didn't say anything, they weren't bothered.
And there we go, I've refocused that for you. It's great for Tau guns. Yeah, like I'm gonna fly through my Gene Stealer cult with this, man. In relation to Slanesh Demonettes as well, I've got 90 more. 90 more? 30 more. I am going to spray them white, and I'm actually going to see how fast I can paint 30 Demonettes with contrast only. I think for things like that, totally fine. I wouldn't want to paint Keeper Secrets and stuff entirely with contrast.
No.
But like Games Workshop said, though, the purpose of it is to get your armies painted. If you're not the best painter in the world, I think it's great.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully it'll give people who don't enjoy painting a boost to give it a go, because you're still getting a good standard paint. Minimum effort. Minimum. That word.
This is new, and a lot of people have complained about this. In pitched battle, faction terrain must be set up more than 6 inches from the edge of the battlefield.
But some has to be. But it does say that the War Scroll trump that.
It must also be set up more than 6 inches from any other terrain features, and more than 3 inches from any objectives.
Yeah.
That is...
But is that just army-specific terrain?
Yes.
Right.
But then that makes it very, very difficult to place them in some places.
It does, but most of the terrain now, it's in your deployment zone only, so...
Yeah, which contrast was out before the Cult Bikers? You absolutely know it, Mark. Absolutely. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. There's even name generators.
It's so fun.
There is some online somewhere. I'll tell you what else they've actually got. Wait. They've got the open. Essentially, they've got the open war cards. I mean, we were lucky that we got the cards when they were out because apparently they were limited.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because they don't sell them anymore. But yeah, they basically got them here, and then you've got the objective table, the twists, ruse, and sudden death, and then you've got the hidden agendas as well. Streets of Death for like city fighting rules. It's more like if you've got like a very built up board and you're not using like big models and stuff. We've got the rules for that. Let's have a look. And then they've got some of the narrative missions there. Raids and ambushes as well, which are actually quite fun. There's night fighting. Since this stream is into anime and all things weeb, don't suppose you've seen Shin Godzilla, have you? No, I haven't.
Is that what I used, by the way, for the skin?
Yes, you use Skeleton Horde. They're the name generator. For example, let's do another Gloomspite one, because that was quite fun. Pick a number, Lucy, 1 to 6. I dare you to pick an odd number.
6.
Gitrick.
2.
Eye Poker.
4.
Da Squig Eater. So we've got Gitrick, Eye Poker, Da Squig Eater. That's how fun that is, man.
Yeah. And that's your name.
You've got the extra mercenary companies. Some of them are actually quite fun to use.
Yeah, and they've actually got the Gutbuster one, haven't they?
Well, it's man-eaters, but...
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah. And then you've got all the match player stuff, endless spells.
Yeah, we didn't expect as many mercenary things as...
Ah, there we go. You can purchase up to 1 extra command point for 50 points. Add the extra command point to the command points you receive at the start of the battle, so you can only get a maximum of 1 now.
Being under points.
Yeah. So if you're running like 1890 in a 2,000 point game, you get 1 command point, not 2. In a pitch battle report, you must use the following triumph table instead of the one in the core rules. In addition, do not roll this triumph table if you won your last battle.
Exactly.
Instead, the player that spent fewer points selecting that army can roll this.
Which doesn't make sense if you won and you've got fewer points. No, but I like this. There's now 6 triumphs instead of...
And there's 6 standard command abilities now as well. 3. One of them is...
It's only 3 command abilities.
No, you've got the standard 3, which is pass battle shock, run 6 inches, or reroll
charge. Oh, but they're still in play.
Yeah, and then you've got the additional 3. So it says, in a pitch battle, you can use the following command abilities in addition to any others you can use. You can use the standard 3 from the core rules. So you get all-out attack, which was reroll hit rolls of a 1 in the combat phase.
It's just for 1 unit though.
Yeah, all-out defense is reroll saves of a 1 until the end of the phase, not the turn. And volley fire, which is basically shooting, you're getting reroll hit rolls of a 1. So yeah, it's not bad. There's lots of different scenery rules as well.
Yeah, I actually like the new sceneries. You can get command points, heal, mortal wounds.
They've changed all of the where the objectives are as well, and the different deployment types. For example, if anyone's familiar with Scorched Earth, you'll see here that there's actually 8 objectives now, whereas previously there was 6, and you did Dawn of War deployment, not Hammer and Anvil like this. And then Star Strike, basically, it was previously, the first iteration of it was just along the center board, or it was 3 like that. The second iteration was anywhere along the 3 middles. Now, you roll for basically each segment. There's a potential of 12 segments where it could land. Relocation Orb is much easier to play now as well.
Even though it looks crazy.
A lot of pre-order stuff on the 29th of June, but event day Wonder what they're going to make for the movement trays. Oh, yeah, we've seen all the pre-order stuff. Lucy just went, it's 40k.
Yeah.
Apocalypse looks okay. I'm impartial to it.
You've already got so much for your armies, so do you really need to spend?
No, I mean like the rules to play Apocalypse games.
Oh, right. Sorry.
It looks okay. I'm probably not going to pick it up. The box sets are very, very cool if you collect an army and you want more. And if I'm honest, if we had not already bought a Big Mech and bought killer cans, we probably would have gotten the Orc one.
Yeah.
But now that we have, no. Most of the others I look at and I just think, really not fussed. But the new Repulsor and the AdMech Transporter are out, so I want to try and get hold of one of each of them. Nobody will play it but buy all the movement trays. See, I won't even buy the movement trays because I've got Terry.
Oh, they're doing movement trays.
Yeah, you get movement trays in it. Clear acrylic ones.
Mm.
You know what? Go to Demonscapes, tell them I sent you, and yeah. Terry will sort you out. Actually, on the subject of General's Handbook and points and stuff, Vandus actually messaged me earlier saying Legions of Nagash took a massive nerf, and I was like, well, how? Some of the points went up, yeah, but how did they take a nerf? And apparently a lot of the Nighthaunt models are in the Legion of Nagash book, because that came out before the Nighthaunt Battle Tome.
Right.
Whereas they didn't intend for the Nighthaunt to be part of the Legion of Nagash. So apparently they've now changed it so you can only ally them, you can't take them in your Legion of Nagash army.
So the hero I bought yesterday?
No, she is fine.
Champion.
So it's a lot of them, but not all of them. Interesting enough as well, all of the old, what they're called, legacy units have got points in the General's Handbook as well, including, look at that,
What?
Tomb Kings have points.
Yeah.
I mean, Tomb Kings by themselves, you can run them because you can run them as just general death, and you get all the bonuses and stuff. But like the problem is, the Bruiser Standard Bearer is an ogre unit, but he's got no keywords that relate to the Gutbusters, which means you can't ally him. You have to run general destruction. But
at least it's better than nothing.
it is. The problem with that is you have to run 3 units of standard ogres. You can't use your Iron Guts or your Lead Belchers as battle line then. Kind of sucks. Tomb King players rejoice, absolutely. So, where are we at?
And Gutbusters cry. No,
Yeah.
Iron Jaws cry.
No, I don't think so.
Right,
Yeah,
yes,
it
because-
sucks that we're not getting a battle tome, but everything went down in points. We got a spell law, and the command ability is much better than it used to be because you can actually fight.
Would you not prefer the book?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But at least it's something for the minute. It's better than what Gutbusters got, who have nothing.
But that might be because they are getting a book soon.
I can only hope so. I hope that they get the book along with Beast Claw Raiders. Now, bear in mind as well, all the points in here, every time I hear of their plight, and that of Bretonians is just sad. Bretonians don't exist. Tomb Kings have updated points. Wow, yes they do, Angel Way. Apparently, the new books, so everything that's come out this year, so Gloomspite, Slanesh, Khorne,
Slanesh, Flesh Eaters,
Fire Slayers, Flesh Eaters, Skaven. So them 6 are their points aren't updated in here, but they are getting FAQ'd apparently next
in
week.
July.
Or is it July?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, the new Sylvaneth points are in, but here's the problem: the new points are based on the new War Scrolls, which we don't have because the book is God knows where.
Yes, and I could cry. There was an awesome meme on Facebook the other day. It was a stick man literally holding a stick and poking at the Games Workshop logo. Hello. And above the man it was Sylvaneth player.
Yeah, so Lucy, you've got your Cane Wraith, which I need to fish out for you actually. Tomb Banshee is still fine, and then you've got your little Necromancer there as well.
Yeah.
She's got some zombies. We're actually going to use the rest of the zombies from Zombicide, aren't we?
Yeah.
You've got your skeletons. You can use your zombie dragon.
We have ordered the skeleton start collecting.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to just still make the Archon. What's it called? Archon the Black.
Mhm.
I'll still probably just going to make her as Nefertari because she is friggin' awesome.
Well, the top of the model, it's just basically whoever sits on the top, like what your zombie dragon is with your Ghoul King and the Vampire Lord. So if it's like that, we'll build the 3 models and just swap them out. I know they've got slightly different heads on the Mortark itself, which is the horse, but who's going to be bothered?
Yeah, especially like I play most of my games for fun against people I know and not people who like every single thing.
With your wig. Not like me.
I mean, it's different if you take a Griff Charger in place of a Tauralon, but
Could
it's
I
the same kit.
have a brush?
Okay.
One of my Winsor and Newton ones. I think I've left one of them downstairs.
I brought one. No, I put one in one of the boxes to come up.
Yeah, it's probably still there.
So how's everyone's weekend been?
Yeah, we had an odd weekend.
Busy, but not.
We were quiet yesterday morning, then we've been busy until like now. Went and visited all of the family and stuff today. Went and had Lucy with Went and had dinner with Lucy's parents.
But last night we stopped at a friend's house all the way through concert. It was a nice chill out, played on the mini snares, just catching up because we haven't seen them in a while. Oh, should have popped in and seen Bryn on the way back.
I know.
Surprise! Wait, I say see Bryn, but I really mean go see the dog here.
Of course.
Yeah, I will be pub sitting in from the 1st of July, so Monday to Friday, then Sunday to Friday, so that week, 2 weeks, I'll not be around if you do streaming. But I think we're doing a stream tomorrow night.
Probably. I do normally stream on a Monday. We'll see what we decide to do. Since we got Forbidden Power, actually, we were quite excited about like the Forbidden Power campaigns, and we were thinking about combining Forbidden Power campaign with a Path to Glory campaign.
Yeah.
Which would be quite cool. I think the Forbidden Power campaign, though, I mean, you could technically run the death side of it, which I think you're probably going to end up kind of doing. But I'm not going to run Order. I'm just going to run like Gloomspite or something. And just, make it up as we go along.
I mean, actually thinking of having a little create your own game, but all the spells from Forbidden Power and Malign Sorcery.
Yeah. See, I was thinking about this, right? And I don't know how you would do it, because obviously you would go Arc on the Black and the Gash is 1200 points. If you went with Order Wizards,
Marathi, Alariel.
Yeah, but that's 480 plus 460, that's
660.
1100. Yeah, 660 I meant. That's like 1100.
Right.
Oh, but seeing that's only 100 points short, isn't it?
Yeah, but you've got, like Stormcast have got quite a few casters now, which are 100 and 120 points. So, it is doable.
Is the General's Handbook basically just the AOS version of Chapter Approved? Yes. So they update the points, they update the missions, and sometimes they change the allegiance abilities and stuff. The one last year, for example, had all the changes to summoning in for Khorne and Slanesh and everybody else that could summon. As it stands, there's only
Stormcast.
Lizardmen left with summoning rules in the General's Handbook. Iron Jaws have got their allegiance ability in there. and then some of like the lesser known factions like Dark and Coverns, Wanderers, things like that.
I honestly was shocked when I seen Seraphon still in the handbook, so they're not getting a book in the next.
Certainly not within the next 2 or 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Which sucks, because some of their models is pretty. I mean, big dinosaur.
Yeah, you like the Carnosaur and the Bastiladons, don't you?
They're just, the models are just epic.
There's going to be a lot of Blood Angels getting painted up very soon as well. Matthew will be pleased to know about that. The command tanks from Warhammer World, along with 2 Predators and probably a couple of Dreadnoughts. I'm going to try and bash them all out in one go. And I've actually got some suppressors and eliminators that I need to paint as well. So I'll probably do them alongside. But yeah, I'm quite excited about doing the Forbidden Power campaign, because you get relics that like power up, and then by the time you get to the 5th level, they're like insane.
Yeah. When we did the review, he was reading them out, and I was just like, what? And then I forgot what the Elder Wand was. I thought it was from Final Fantasy or something, which I've never played, so I didn't know. And he was like, Harry Potter. And I was like, oh, I am ashamed.
So does anyone have any questions about the General's Handbook? Does anyone want to know anything that's in there?
It's a lot smaller than all the others.
Yeah, but when you consider last year, they basically moved into 2nd edition, and then they had all of the summon abilities, all of the allegiance abilities for people that didn't have battle tomes, and there was a lot of stuff to put in there last year. There's not so much this year, but I think it's better quality.
Yeah, it's handy as well. You don't have the space taken up for the points, because that came in its own little separate book.
Yeah, loads of people were like, oh, it's in 2 books, and it's better.
You're not carrying a bigger book when you don't need the points in the back. Unless, I suppose some people still like to look at them.
What does it say about the god-specific abilities vis-a-vis Slave to Darkness? Yeah, they are bundled together, Angel Wing. Age of Slanesh, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Sharpie Khorne has remained unchanged since their Battle Tome release, but it is rumoured that the newer Battle Tomes are getting an FAQ for the points early July.
So Slaves to Darkness can ally with the gods of chaos.
They all count as just slaves to darkness, but you give them a different mark. I think as long as you've got a keyword in common, it should be fine. Let's have a quick look.
What do they get if they're given a specific mark? Like,
oh, I don't know. You'd have to look on the War Scroll, because it tells you on each War Scroll.
I think that's what he meant. Is it mentioned in there?
Oh, right, yes it is. So, battle traits, Aura of Chaos Power. Khorne, you can reroll hit rolls of 1 for attacks made with melee weapons by friendly Khorne Slaves to Darkness units whilst they are wholly within 8 inches of a Khorne Slaves to Darkness hero. Slanesh says you can re-roll run and charge rolls for friendly Slanesh slaves to darkness whilst the holy within 6 inches of a Slanesh hero. Nurgle says you can re-roll wound rolls of a 1 whilst you're within 7 inches.
That's Nurgle's number, isn't it?
Yes, the Slanesh one is 6 inches, the Khorne one's 8 inches. The Tzeentch one, you can re-roll saves of a 1 whilst you're wholly within 9. Or no mark, add 1 to the bravery characteristic of units that do not have a mark whilst they're wholly within 12 of any hero and don't have a keyword. If a friendly slaves to darkness hero, excluding demon princes, makes an attack with a melee weapon that slays 1 or more enemy hero, make 1 roll on the eye of the god table below, and after that friendly hero's attacks have been resolved. If the friendly hero receives a reward it already has, roll a dice on a 1, 2, 3. That hero receives a Spawndom reward instead, and on a 4, 5, or 6, they receive a Dark Apotheosis instead. It says the points pamphlet has Forge World units. Does this include Legion of Asgore? Yes, it does.
Oh, I had fun earlier. Sat and sorted all of our paints. We had 3 or 4 tubs of the same stuff, and the paint rack was just horrendous.
Bogged down and piled upon. When she says she sorted the paints, anything that wasn't wash or technical, basically, or air.
And I cleaned all the pots, the lids.
How satisfying was that, though?
It's so satisfying until then you see the state of my hands afterwards. It's like, ew.
Cheers, Harry. Looks like I might have to pick it up. I was hoping to skip it this time. Do you know what? It's not a bad tome. I mean, obviously there's 12 missions in there, and do you know what? It's worth getting for the missions. There's a lot of narrative missions in there. The open war cards are in there. There's a lot of stuff in it.
There's all the stuff for short, quick games.
Meeting engagements, I believe it was called. Yeah, that was all in there as well, which if you haven't got as much space or don't have a table like us,
or time.
Yeah, it's very, very handy. So I think like Sharpie, for example, doesn't have a full gaming table, but he likes the smaller games. I think for that would be really good for Sharpie. Going to be interesting if they do the same for chapter approved, one with separate points. Yeah, possibly.
Is anyone else using contrast paints at the minute?
I've still actually yet to try them.
No, yeah.
I'm probably going to give them a go tomorrow. I'll see if I can paint 10 Genestealer Cultists on stream or something.
Yeah, the blue and the greens. Oh, it's brilliant.
That's the darkest blue and the darkest green though.
Which is what you...
Which is what I would have used for my Genestealer Cult. That's why I got them ones. But you picked up... was it Warp Lightning you got?
I think so. Yeah, that one.
That was quite bright.
I got the dark purple. He already got us the light purple and the pink. Now I've got the darker purple and yellow for the hair on my zombies. And the green and what else?
You got the other flesh. You got Dark Oath flesh.
That's the one.
Yeah, Justin unfortunately sold out of Dark Oath flesh, so couldn't get it from him. So we ended up having to go to GW, but it wasn't bad. We went in, and Andy at GW. So you know what? Andy's so nice.
Yeah, he is.
And you know, ask him anything and he'll do it for you. And on the painting table was all the contrast paints and stuff, and there was something, and it caught Lucy's eye. And she was like, "Do you sell them?" And he was like, "Yeah, we do." and it's this little paint rack that you see all the contrast in there, which is really handy for Lucy because when you paint at home, you tend to sit in bed and paint, don't you? And it just means that all of her paints are there. She can pick everything out that she needs.
I'm not going to knock them over when I'm painting. So you've got to really shove them in, but once they're in, it's champion.
And they don't necessarily sit flat, they've got like keyboard legs on, but you felt they were a little bit steep.
Yep, yeah, especially for contrast, which are quite runny compared to a normal thick paint. But like that, I mean, it's tidy, you finish, pick it up, the whole thing, throw it away, you've got plenty of space on your desk. And anyone who watches regularly when I'm not here can see someone has paint all over.
Yeah, so are you leaving one here and one at yours?
Yeah. I will.
But I mean, you see my painting desk, right? It's a mess, but it works. Well, this is technically a mess. You just don't see all of it.
I think I've got the duff leg belcher.
Do you want this one?
No, just for these zombies, but
Are you going to try the grey contrast over that? See how that comes
I'll
out?
try it on one, but I'm not sure. 'Cause I was not impressed when at first.
Yeah, it's just because it was over white, I think, though. So, for those of you that are Patreons and have already seen the battle report, I use Ray's Custodes, which I've painted up for him. And I used them against Patreon Jacob on Thursday. Jacob came all the way over from Carlisle, which was an epic trip. Thomas also come down from near Berwick, so he had a canny trek down. And you know what? We had a fantastic game. It was so fun, and I enjoyed it so much when we got back from Battle Bunker because I had my computer at Lucy's. I edited it straight away, and it was up the next morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's available on Patreon now, but that won't be released until next Friday on standard YouTube. But tomorrow is
Monday.
Yeah, because I'm doing 2 Batreps a week now. Well, I'm definitely releasing battle reports on a Friday, possibly on a Monday if I've had a second one that week. So tomorrow will be Custodes versus Dark Eldar. With Bryn's 4th game of 8th edition.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But something for Patreons, we're gonna start doing a little bit extra Patreons. So we haven't fully discussed the terms, but it's going to be stuff exclusive games.
Yeah.
Not loads. We're not doing a pay service. That's definitely never going to happen. But there's going to be some merchandise for Patreons.
Yeah, again, we need to settle on them,
months.
but basically, if you've supported us for a certain amount of months on different tiers, you're going to get a t-shirt.
So we're going to be discussing what we're... so we are going to start giving back to our Patreons. And we will be meeting one tomorrow, Tuesday down London.
Yep.
There's who, if any of you's, oh no, you haven't released it.
I haven't released it yet. Des is writing the narrative campaign, which is, you know, it's taken a lot longer to film and edit than initially I wanted. But it'll get there. It's Mission 3 is being recorded on Saturday. It's then a case of getting the voice acting and the editing and stuff done, which, to be honest, I just need to sit down and get on with it without streaming or doing other stuff.
Oh, what's that Angel Wing said?
I just don't get much chance to play OS. I have the Open War cards, the current core book, and the last few handbooks. I must have played only about 40 games or so since the launch of First Edition. If you don't play a lot, then, you know, maybe it's not, but It's not a bad book.
Yeah.
And I've just decided I'm really hungry now.
I know, Sonny.
Are those models being painted all with contrast paints, Liam says?
The body and the clothes are
Everything apart from blades.
yeah, anything silver, everything apart from the silver is contrast. Obviously they don't do silver contrast. I tried the grey but it just didn't look nice at all. So, and when I finish the silvers, I will be doing the first coat with green, on some death characters.
Are you going to copy the box art for the Tomb Bunch you like?
Yeah.
Way. Don't think we've quite got the right colour for her robes, but you can get pretty close.
Yeah. But I did say yes to box colours, but I'll be following the box way, if that makes sense. I will be probably changing up a colour or two since we'll not have them. So yeah, I picked her up yesterday, I couldn't not.
You know, I've just realised as well, you've got the Necromancer in Zombie Side as well.
Ah, yeah. Wish we could play more of that.
I know, every time we go to play we just get sidetracked and end up doing something else.
That's the case.
How much longer would that have taken you before, Liam says?
Oh god, I was...
She's put you put what, including the last half an hour, you put nearly 2 hours in?
Yeah, I doubt I would have gotten half the base coating done in that same time. So it saves a hell of a lot, and for that it's just worth it.
We've all said as well that I think it works for certain things, it doesn't work for others. Like, I wouldn't paint Space Marines with them.
No. When we got there at GW yesterday, and Andy was actually finishing off his dinner, and there was a bloke where his son came waiting as well, and he was saying he's just getting Blood Angels, and he was wondering about getting them, and when we said our opinion, he was like, yeah, he agrees, and definitely they're no good for tanks.
Nah.
And vehicles.
But I think in particular, I think Age of Sigmar and any of the smaller 40k stuff that's not Space Marines, I think Guard, they would work quite well on Imperial Guard. Eldar, they would work quite well on. Harlequins would be fantastic with them.
Yes.
Oh. I'm not doing it. I'm absolutely not doing it. I'd rather paint the next 10 guys the same way as I did all the others, as opposed to strip and repaint all of them.
Right, well, when you finish painting Ev, you think you've got. If that ever happens, repaint your armies. I need...
Does
Draco. Try. Is this the one I get? Which one did I buy?
what lightning? The green?
Dark Oath Flesh.
Dark Oath Flesh, yeah.
Yeah, this little tray is super handy. I mean, if you fill it up, you'll probably not be able to use it. Great, because the tubs do get a little squashed, but like that, it's fab.
But yeah, I don't know how much we're going to get done, because it's only 2 weeks until we have to look after Kate's dogs. But I don't think we would get the Forbidden Power campaign and stuff out before then. But I would like to play some of them.
Oh, definitely.
But we're going to do it in the form of Path to Glory. It's like the first couple of missions will be smaller and quicker.
Yeah, which we can get done a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably get the first 3 done in one day.
I mean, obviously, if I'm up to it and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's not my luck. The morning we're due to do it, I'll wake up and I'll be having a bad day. It's not really much different, actually, is it? Ready yet?
Yeah. Shoulder's aching.
You sure though? How's your heel?
No, heel's fine.
Right, then let's them dry. Thought you were drinking from your water pot for a moment there, Harry.
Ha! No, it's lemon and lime juice, mate.
Ugh. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Yeah, if you can see the camera, the stick of the weapon, it's done so far it's 1 quart of contrast
Snakebite leather.
snakebite leather. So I might do another little quart when this is finished drying. But
Yeah, I'm gonna go with one of the heroes, like.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get the photo. Actually, I'll go to the loo first and have a look on the way down. Do you want anything bringing up?
Oh, packet of sunbites would be awesome.
Oh, Charlie of X-Men.
Uh-huh.
He's playing in Soccer Aid.
Charlie of X-Men. Who's Charlie of X-Men? Who's told you, Tony?
Yeah,
He probably means Charles Xavier, which will be James McAvoy.
yeah.
Oh, I've lost my meat. Oh, there it is. Lou, if you can find that other brush, will you bring it up? So, for you guys that haven't seen this, this is Tamaya Red. It's a clear coat. And this is what Ray wanted his Custodies painting with. So any of the silver that you've seen, some of it is now going to get covered in Tamaya Clear Red. And it's super, super bright over the top of the lead belcher, but it does take 2 or 3 coats. So yeah, on Tuesday, me and Lucy's going down to Forbidden Planet in London. Because one of Lucy's favourite author is there doing a book signing. So we're going down to meet her and get a book signed. We're only going for the day, so we're going on the train, as the car would take a lot longer and cost nearly the same and stuff. So but in order to get the cheaper train, we're not leaving King's Cross to come home till 10 p.m, which means we won't get back to Durham till like 2 in the morning, which is horrific, but nah. But I'm looking forward to having a deke around Forbidden Planet, like. So what's everyone else working on tonight? I'm going to get these finished off for Ray, and then I need to jump back to me Plague Marines. Sounds like it will be a long day in London. Yes and no. We're not leaving Durham till 11, which means we'll get to London for about 2:30, maybe it's 3 o'clock by the time we get round to Forbidden Planet. And then the book signing's at 6. Till 7, and then we'll obviously just, you know, finish off and head back around to King's Cross and then wait for the train. I'm a 3-hour coach journey away. Well, if I drove to London, it's 5.5 hours to the M25. And then obviously, you know, centre of London's an absolute nightmare, which I'm not prepared to drive in. I don't even like driving in Newcastle. That's a long time to drive. Yeah, it is. a long time. When we went to Disneyland Paris last year, we actually drove all the way down to Dover. It took us about 7.5 hours because of Lucy's back. We basically stopped every sort of 90 minutes to 2 hours driving. We stopped and we stopped for about 45 minutes each time. And then we stopped at Dover overnight and then got the ferry and drove down to Disneyland the following day.
It was awesome.
Yep, and we're doing it again in September.
In 82 days.
Can you tell she's counting? Currently building a 40k Imperial Bastion for my fortification table set. Nice.
There's your crystal. You turn the boiler back on.
Oh, has it gone off? Oh. Can you reach it or do you want me to? You got it?
Oh, I'm just
Can you reach?
Yeah, your mum's messaged Albert for his card and he says he got tear in his eyes reading it.
Oh. He gives a colour when he came in, you know.
Did he?
Aye. My mum says he said, "Oh, have you seen the card?" And my mum goes, "No, I haven't." And meanwhile, apparently went, "Oh, it was lovely."
And I forgot to look at the character.
Painting some old school. What have you dropped? Stone Trolls up ready for Warhammer live stream next Wednesday, and painting Skargrot with contrast. Oh, Skargrot's a fantastic model, like. I need to clean her off. It's tomorrow. Vandus, oi oi! He's going to go on a rant now about Legion and Nagash, I know he is. I see that looks like it's Neelak Oxide to me.
Yeah, I did mean Charles, so it's James McAvoy.
Yeah, that looks like Neelak.
I'm going to use the green.
What, the Warp Lightning? Yeah, go for it. We haven't got an orange, but I presume Blood Angel Red's probably going to be okay, and then maybe do a claw, her corset shade purple.
Yeah.
See, I told you to go on a rant.
If anyone's interested, it is 2-1 to us in the Soccer Aid game.
I think Nagash should about the same points as Archon, if I'm honest. What? No way. Archeon's 660 points, right, and he's not great. Nagash for 800 points was a bonus. The fact he's only gone up 50 points is amazing. When Alariel went up 60. Nagash is incredibly strong.
Yeah. Ow. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah, it's just a
Cost the new things as well, isn't it?
Mhm. No, open, clean out all the bushes.
Do you want to glue it on a base and use the paint handle?
Yeah.
Not that one.
Need. Oh.
The amount of times I've been killed off Slayer of Kings. That's nothing. With Nagash, you've got a 50-50 chance of slaying the model outright with Hand of Dust. In addition to +3 to cast and deny, with casting 8 spells, denying 8 spells, ignoring mortal wounds, and if you roll a 9 for your spell, you get to cast it again. Right, I think I put a tiny bit too much super glue on that, but give it a minute or two and it'll dry. There you go.
Thank you.
Nagash surpasses Archon
Oh, this
a
is
mile away
too
easy.
big.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I see your point. Maybe my opinion is off personal. Yeah, probably. No one uses Archeon because he's not competitive in the slightest. Nagash is brutal.
Yeah, I've only faced him once, and yeah.
Oh, it was when Sam used him and he was bouncing wounds onto the Mortark, and then even when Alariel was at like +3 to cast or something, like Nagash was just like stop ya, stop ya, stop ya.
Yeah.
And then Archon did Curse of Years on Dirthu and got it right down to 1, which just killed Dirthu outright. Luckily, we didn't get Hand of Dust.
Ready to switch to Iron Jaws.
Who is Vandus?
No, some archer. James.
James Valdez ready to switch to the Iron Jaws yet? Is that for me? Well, I've already got my Iron Jaws. I just haven't had them out very often because they were unfortunately crap. But yeah, I think I'll probably bring them out now. I'll probably use them against your Stormcast when you go back to them.
Yeah.
Because I think Stormcast is probably where they need to be now.
Yeah, I went totally off Stormcast.
But if you ran all units, I'd be totally up for that with my Iron Jaws.
Yep, I prefer running the old stuff, Liberators. I just think it just got too much like units that can cast spells. Why? I mean, yes, they severely lacked in spells, but now I think they've just done it a bit too much. I do admit Lord Exorcist needed to come down. He was not good for 140, I think he was. Yes, Evocators needed to go up, and I'm actually really glad they brought Retributors and whatnot down. But Decimators, I'm surprised they haven't gone up because within all the new Horde armies, Skaven, Gloomspites, Slanesh, they are, if you can get them to one of them units, Decimators, can they just wipe through them? So, might be fun sending them against these hordes of demonettes or grots. But yeah, other than the old stuff, I've just got no interest in Stormcast at the minute. Which is a shame. First army. Yeah, James spells, he was excited about that. He was good at it in the General's Handbook, so you're not getting a new book but anytime soon, but at least you didn't just get left in the dark, shall we say. I can't remember when I last played your Iron Jaws actually.
Fire Slayers.
They all were so fun to play the Fire Slayers.
New rules and spells for them are interesting. Yeah, I like the command ability, like you actually fight in the hero phase now.
I'm really struggling to say this.
What are you doing the hair black?
No. Shaish.
Oh, is that purple?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow, it's really dark.
Yeah, I like it. Why is the table so open? Yeah, I'm stopping here tomorrow and I might do a little video on the contrasts. You never know, I might do a bit of stream during the day by myself.
Go for it if you want. I'm disappointed about the limit of buying 1 CP though.
Yeah.
Chapter Master Valrax just tuned in. What a legend!
Boy.
Enjoying the paints. Very much so.
I am.
Well, Lucy is. I haven't tried them yet. She's actually painted some zombies. You want to flash your zombies up a little bit?
I can't see my camera. They are all contrast apart from the silver, and they're just leaving them to dry for a few minutes.
And she spent less than 2 hours on them.
Mhm. I love the green and the blue. Actually, really liking this dark purple as well.
Yeah, Valrak himself has just joined on YouTube, waiting for Black Templar to be restocked up. We actually picked up a Black Templar, thankfully. I'm actually going to do a bit of an experiment tomorrow. I'm either going to paint 30 Demonettes in one go, or I'm going to go for 10 Gene Stealer Cultists, which will be a lot.
What colour did I cost it?
I just realised I think the YouTube stream is significantly behind. Because I'm not even back on the YouTube stream yet.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think Lucy's going to do a review of them tomorrow, Valrak, and I'm going to attempt the Demonette or Gene Stealer Cult. I think for things with a lot of detail on, it's going to be fantastic to do. I think for things with like Space Marines with flat panels and stuff like that, I don't like it.
I'm about to use the black now.
I agree with what Vander says. He says the Shyish purple is too dark and the Magos purple is too pink.
Yeah.
But what's your thoughts on Apocalypse, Vandis? Sorry, Valrak. I don't know if I'm not hyped for it. It's nice that you can like bring big stuff and like have massive games in instead of like 8 or 10 hours, like 4 hours. But I don't know if I'm excited for it. I don't think I am, Lucy.
No, you don't. There's plenty of things that you've loved that others can't stand. I think
Yeah.
it's good on your wallet.
Yeah. Valrak does love big games. Pumped for it. I prefer a ton of models to my playstyle. I really hope the box set. The box sets they actually said on the community site will save some money. And of course, if you then get from a third party, such as, I know you probably go through Element, Valrak, I'll go through Battlebunk at my local store. But there will be discounts on them. And like the Start Collecting boxes, there will be a small saving on them. I actually said to Lucy as well, if we hadn't just bought a big mech and some Orc killer cans. I'm trying to zoom in.
Turn it around to see the back.
I don't think there's a 3D one of that.
Oh, because I need to. Is that black? Is that part of our.
It's like a shoulder pad, isn't it? Yeah, it will be. I'm gonna save you an eye. Yeah, I would have probably picked the Orc one up if we hadn't already bought the bits and pieces, but to be honest, I'm not going to pick any of them up. Valrak, what's your thought on the Admech Transport though? Because I don't like the look of it at all, but I will still get it. Love the look. It's a D-Day carrier. Love it.
I like the look, but you didn't.
A lot of people do. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people love it, but I myself, I'm not into historic gaming. I don't have an interest in history. I struggle to grasp it, and it's off-putting. Like when I did play a little bit of Call of Duty, I hated the World War ones. I loved Modern Warfare. I get there a lot of people love it. I'm just not a fan of it.
I stole the other one.
I can do it, I'll fix it. Put it on that side. There you go. Then make that bigger.
So, I stole the other one, went for 10 in the morning when he opened up to grab them.
What is the red ink you were using called? This one. It's not red ink, it's Tamiya clear paint. It's basically gloss with red in it. And over the top of lead belcher and stuff. It's quite bright. That's one coat, it will need two. But you did your Nagash in the purple.
I did, yeah.
And I've also got blue as well, which I've used a little bit.
Is any of your stuff handy?
It's all on the table over there. The tanks are just there in the box. No worries, Valvac. See you later.
That's finished.
Yep, that's like 3 quarts that on that massive flat surface.
Yeah, Liam. Unsub. I love history, mate.
I can't help it, Liam. It's just something that I'm not into. Like, Ali comes around and he talks about, like, I know Sherman tanks and Tigers because Ali talks about them, but I literally have no clue beyond that.
Let's try the green.
How dark's the purple then? Is it a bit darker than you like?
No, actually, when it's drying lighter.
Oh, yeah.
I love the sound of opening a new pot. So let's have it go.
What are you doing now? The green?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's mega bright, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it or not?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yep. You know I love bright colours. I don't know if it... sorry.
I mean, don't forget you could always dry brush on top of that.
Yeah.
I love history and also read as much as I can, but I've no real interest in historical wargaming either, Harry. See, I've just got no interest in history. Like, I always remember when I was 11-year-old, right, and I was in year 7 at comprehensive school, and we did a history project on castles, and you had to do, like, you know, like an introduction, a table of contents, like how you would do, like, a proper project on it, right? And Mr. Lumsden said, in your conclusion, write about what you liked, why you liked it, what your favourite part was. If you didn't like it, put why you didn't like it. So I did. And I said, I didn't enjoy doing the project because I don't really like history and, you know, some other bits along those lines. I wasn't rude or anything, I don't like history. And he gave us detention because I was honest and did what he told me to say.
If you're saying that about his subject, then of course he's going to be bitter.
Well, why did he say, if you didn't enjoy it, say why? If you tell an 11-year-old kid to say what they think, they're going to say it. I literally study it at uni. Fair enough, Liam.
Any specific era?
Lucy loves like monarchy stuff, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. She certainly stands out. Oh, sorry guys.
That is very bright like, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not like it?
Yeah. I think I the lab.
Dry brush.
Mm-hmm.
As if Sunderland Uni is that comprehensive, he says.
Oh, what colour do I do? Where's
Click on the Chrome and it'll be under another window. There you go.
The skin's is sort of the same colour, isn't it?
Yeah, just do a skin a different colour. Do you want the Neolac?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. First year was early modern era, 1600, 1900, and political history from 1945 onwards. See, that just... it's not my...
Cup of tea.
No. You had to write what teachers want to hear, not what your thoughts were. Otherwise you were punished with poor marks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing is though, Angel Wing, why say if you did not like it, put why?
I think you might mean the oh, ignore me.
The top and bottom of it was, I did what he asked me to do, and I was honest about it.
I know, but if you said like, I don't like history, that which is his job, his thing, then he's like going to be miffed. Let her dry, and then oh.
And you're going to try now, you're going to try the Vargolf. But don't forget he's your flesh eater, so you might want to do him the same colour as your flesh eaters. Maybe the Magos purple, because obviously your purple was quite light. And then maybe do the Volupus pink on the wings. And maybe Shaiish purple on the fur. Maybe.
What?
Do Megas purple on all of his skin. The wing bits there do Volupus pink.
Megas purple.
And then maybe the fur do Shaiish purple.
Yeah.
Just so that he kind of ties in with you. No, that's for him.
Right.
How was the paint handle, by the way?
Brilliant. I was going to say, can I put him on bed?
His is a 50mm and I don't have the bigger one, so no. I guess your teacher was looking for a constructive argument in your report, but took your honest answer a bit short and lacking in effort. I was 11! Guys, do normal Space Marine captains go on 40mm character size base like Primaris? I don't know. I think 32 is normally about right, Sharpie, but to be honest, all characters are on 40s now, so which captain is it, if you don't mind me asking? Because it does depend.
Captain Underpants, of course.
Huh.
I know these paints are brilliant for smaller models and hordes, but when doing a model like this, a bigger, I can see already, it's better.
Because there's so much detail on that, trying to actually physically paint that with a thicker paint I think would be quite difficult.
Mm-hmm. And this purple's coming through a lot better than on the tops of the
zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Just a basic normal Spaceman cap with Stonebolt and Power Sword. Is it the old metal one? But yeah, I stick them on 32s. I didn't think my teachers made much sense back then either.
No, they've totally changed how they teach kids from what how we were taught, and they want to force parents. Right, a few people want to force parents to take exams to help teach the kids. It's like, no, because we teach them different ways. So if we try to teach them our way, they'll come to school, say, oh yeah, this is how we did it. It's different to you. Kids will get in trouble.
Sheldon,
It's almost as idiotic as Katie Hopkins.
Oh, don't talk to me about that bloody woman.
Oh, I hate when people name their children after places.
Well, your kid's called India.
Yeah.
Well, that's besides the point. Well, no, it's not.
Philip Schofield on that interview was hilarious.
These haven't been that bad to paint, actually. They've been alright. I need to crack on with some Death Guard, though.
I noticed the base was with me back.
Yeah, I was planning on trying to do the 10 Marines while I was at yours, but obviously I edited on Thursday night, and then I was gaming Friday night, and I didn't get out of Battle Bunker till like 9:30.
And then you played on the SNES and then went to sleep.
Did I even play on the SNES on Friday?
Yeah,
Did I?
about half hour.
Can't remember.
I still can't believe how quick this is.
When you do your review of it, like, talk about the fact that you hate the fact that you would do multiple layers, you'd wash it, then dry brush, and as somebody who doesn't dislike painting, but like, you know, you couldn't have painted Archeon the way I did. You wouldn't have the patience for that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Is that the pink?
Mm-hmm. No.
Or are you doing the wing bits purple, like?
Just the...
Oh, the spines.
Yeah, then.
Right. I'll make sure the batteries are charged in the, well, you know how to use the tripod and the camera, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was going to do something else as well. What was it?
Stream.
No, that was a joke.
Hey, if you want to, you can.
I wouldn't know where to start.
It's easy. Really easy. I'm getting itching to play with Blood Angels again, Lucy. We're gonna have a game with Tyranids against Ali next week.
Vandus, I haven't spoke to you in a long time actually. What do you think of the new Stormcast? Obviously they're not that new anymore, but... We were saying yesterday, if someone was to come up to you and say, right, I want to buy you a 2k point army, brand new, what would you pick? Straight away, I knew Fire Slayers. I had so much fun playing for the review, but I obviously just bought Flesh Eaters. If I hadn't, I probably would have gotten the Fire Slayers.
Oh, something's happened to the YouTube. I wonder if Google's gone down again.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharpie's back. I didn't even know he'd gone.
Right. I am gonna run down and get a fresh drink. And anything?
I'm really hungry actually, but I don't know what to eat.
Go in mug shop.
You do 2 of them in the one mug for us.
What flavour?
There's only one there. The I think it's chicken and sweet corn. Give us a shout though and I'll come down and grab it off you. I really don't know what's happened to my YouTube stream, so if you were watching on YouTube, I'm very, very sorry. Oh, I think it's gone back up. It's gone off again. It has, hang on. That's sorted. So these are nearly done actually. Just need to touch the faces up and then highlight the gold and silver. Oh, and the hair. What you been working on in Sharpie? Started learning Kill Team today. Got Gabriel Angelos done last night. I'm going to try and maybe get some few bits and pieces done today of the smaller stuff. If you are you streaming when I'm done, like Sharpie, because I'll drop you a raid, like if you are. Bazaar. We're very well, thank you. Lucy is trying the contrast paints, and I am painting up some of these guys. I can't remember what they're called. Venatari for Ray, one of my Patreons. Because Ray is a legend. Nah, tonight's my night off, bud. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, dude. I think I'll put it to one side for the minute. I'm going to start on, in fact, I've got my demon prints I need to finish off. What? Flip paint on the wings there as well. Just packing up my Necrons. Packing up in a good way or a bad way? Is that you? I was going to come down and grab me Plague Marines. Did you have any sponge in your box? Yeah. I need it for some typhus corrosion. Commission. Ah, right, fair enough. I'm going to finish my Demon Prince and get him based. Do you know where the base for him is?
The lava one.
Yeah, the big one. Thank you. It's half painted as well. I know it's somewhere. I think it might be with the Plague Marines downstairs. Just leave it, it's alright. Can I have some sponge though out of your box?
Yeah, if anyone is interested, these trays for the paint, like 12 quid for two.
Yeah. They come with like keyboard stands as well, don't they?
Yep. Voluptuous pink.
And for you guys watching us on YouTube currently, make sure you do go and give us a follow on Twitch. We do live hobby streams on Twitch. As it is, you know, kind of contrast and General's Handbook day, weekend, we thought we would stream both Twitch and YouTube. But make sure you do follow us on Twitch. Yeah. We often stream games there, but most of the time it is hobby streaming as well, so you can see what we're working on as we're working on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so this pink is the voluptuous pink. I don't know if you can see it there.
How's that coming out? Is that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's like, it's Screamer Pink basically, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it a lot. You know what?
What?
It's the idea of redoing my entire Flesh Eaters after we've just finished them. Is that what evoke you're giving us?
No, but the wings are metallic, right?
Mm.
You could thin that down a little bit and wash that over the metallic with some Lamian medium.
Mm.
Because people have been getting a lot of interesting things with metallics.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do that. Because I mean, that's just enough to make it a little bit different. But to be honest, with your zombie dragons and stuff, I would do like some of the like the tears in the muscle and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe just try some of that in it. They're just there on the shelf if you want to give it a go.
I think I'll get these done first.
So I've just sponge painted him up a little bit. Have you got the nail? Oh, it's there. I was going to say, have you got the nail lack? You know this tub of Neelac, Lucy, is 4.5-year-old.
Yeah, you said the other day when I bought a new one. It's definitely lasted. You only really used it for scenery though, didn't you?
Scenery, and I pinned my 30 Kiad mech using it. I'm interested in that pink contrast for my night hunt after I finish my corn army. It does look nice. It really does.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
And I know I've just done your Arch Revenant, right? With I did this with watered down, washed down Druchii Violet. It's hard to see because of the bright light, but the Spite Revenants, I will absolutely be using Magos Purple on them.
No, I keep getting the glare of the light, but I can't do anything about it.
You okay? I haven't even added any, what do you call it to this yet? Rise of Rust. I really do need to crack on with Plague Marines. Like. It's not even like I've got that much to paint to get an army on the table. Like 15 Marines and 5 characters.
You've got loads of other stuff going on though, so... And if you did it all at once, you would get bored of it.
True. And you do have 30 grots to paint.
I what now, sorry?
You've got 30 grots to paint.
Wait, the base coated, the highlighted, they are ready for the final touches, so...
Which is silver, then black wash, and then probably red and red wash.
Bit orange.
Oh yeah, for the things. Going for pink or black on most of the night haunt.
Oh, I'll need to see photos of them.
You know what? Lucy's actually been looking at the night haunt when we're in Games Workshop, and she's like, I like them, I like them, I like them. You just like all the death though, don't you?
I do.
It's really weird as well, because like, obviously I have destruction.
And chaos.
And chaos, and Lucy's got death and order. Could I have a big brush that I can dry brush with, please?
She's off.
No, not that one. Thank you.
We haven't tried the red yet, haven't we? Not?
Nope.
Oh, my back. Don't know what to do with him now.
Maybe he's do his top robe black and his under robe shyish purple. Actually, I'll chance that one, I think. Sorry, I'm totally in your way. Oh, that's had latex on it, that's not good.
Oh. Yeah, the night haunts of Lady
Olinda.
and the Black Porch are just...
Well, in the Forbidden Power, the the extra allegiance ability that you get there, you can take Lady Olinda in that. So you could just run that allegiance as opposed to like one of the legions of Nagash or the Night Haunt ones.
James, if you want, when I finish this and it's dry, I can take a better picture of the pink so you can have a see what it's like. If you send us a message on Facebook. Sorry, I don't know who you are. I'm bad with names.
Yeah, just drop us a message on Facebook, James, and Lucy will send you a closer up picture. What?
Getting all this fur without covering the ribs, so...
Nah, just cover them.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think he's suitably grimy?
Definitely.
I don't know if I like the sword though. I painted it Warplock Bronze, heavy dry brush of Lead Belcher, and then dry brush of Rise of Rust. Right, food time. If it's not still red hot. Because I'm weird and I don't like my food red hot.
You don't want to like cold, but not when it's...
No.
Like our mums are both the same. If it's not burning the tongue, we're not happy. To be fair, my mum's smoked all my life. Your mum smoked for a lot of years, so they've probably...
I've got no taste buds left.
All senses.
Can I borrow or have one of the base brushes, please? Oh, there's two next to you there. Can I just have one of them?
No, because that's shade and that's got glue on.
Yeah, one of the shade ones.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you warned us about her super glue, but the brush ended up falling by total accident.
Ah.
It's one of mine, so I'll give you. Oh, do you know what I might watch tomorrow when I sit and paint for never? That Chernobyl.
Yes. See, Liam, if you're still there, actually, that's something that I've got no interest in watching, but Lucy does.
Yeah, the Netflix or documentary on Chernobyl. I actually watched a documentary a couple of years ago about it when they were trying to replace the building that's actually covering the plant. And why, you know it's not going to be easy feat, whatever the word is. It was so much more complicated than I'd imagined.
James says, how do the models look where the different contrast colours meet between the fur and the skin, for example?
I don't know if you can see that.
Have you done the top or have you only done the underside?
Just the top. I'll do this next little bit on the top and see what I'll see if I can get you a good shot.
What's this? Oh, the Chernobyl documentary.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's a few parts, isn't there? A few episodes. Everyone who has seen it said it's unbelievable. I've got tons of episodes of a show called Drain the Ocean. It's basically computer generated if you drained the ocean, what you'd find and everything. Most of my table box is just full of documentaries and The Big Bang Theory, of course. Yeah, like one of my favourite shows called The 100, and basically, no, Earth. It is still a bit in the future, but not that far. Earth ended up having a nuclear war, and there was a load of people already living in orbit around Earth in huge habitats, ship type things, and basically the spaceship was running out. Everything was breaking. They'd been up there for a couple of 100 years. Everything was breaking, running out of stuff. So the adults decided to send 100 of the naughty kids down to test the Earth, see if it was able to live there anymore again. Anyway, a couple of seasons later, the rest of the nuclear power plants that hadn't already gone boom went boom. And they were like, oh yeah, we'll have to leave the Earth again for another 100 years. And I went, what? So you've got a couple of dozen nuclear power stations are going boom, and it'll only be non-habitable for 100 years. Yeah, I don't think so.
Liam says the HBO one's supposed to be brilliant. I think that's the one that's on Netflix, Liam.
It's either the Netflix one or the Sky Atlantic. I would love that. Oh, I've still got
Now TV.
Yeah, forgot about that. Right, can you see that any better, James? I mean, I think I will need to do another quote of the light purple.
Yeah, it's too light, but the dark one's too dark.
Yeah, this is the darker purple I'm doing now, so I like it as a colour, but this first maybe it's too dark. I'm not changing it though, because
I mean, you can again always dry brush it to make it light. I mean, you've got like luscious lilac there on
yeah. But of course it dries different. Like the green on her coat is a lot different now, and I like that a lot. Can you see?
Yeah, it looks like that the Nighthorn paint, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, you're rolling away?
Mm-hmm. On Saturday when we were waiting outside of Games Workshop, it was quite windy and I just kept getting blown because I had my back to the glass of the shop window. I just kept getting blown back into that because it was so windy. Yeah, I was shocked when we got there. We got there at 3:20 in the afternoon, and he took a late lunch, so he was still on his dinner. But there's still he had quite a lot of.
You got a lot of stock still in.
Yeah, I mean, we were the first ones there waiting, but by the time it came to opening back up, there was like quite a few people waiting as well. To be honest, this contrast paint's actually easier for him. It's the way the fur is, it's running into most of the bits.
That would be really hard to like, you'd probably have to stipple the paint in, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. So oh, that's it. I also picked up the new base purple. Pelican, I think it's called.
Phoenician.
Phoenician. To be honest, I've just thought their HBO is probably the Sky Atlantic one.
Phil Hall has just joined us, so are we going to see a game between the Gloomspike Gits against the Undead soon?
Yeah.
Haven't we already done that?
Possibly. But which Undead?
But yes, Phil, you will. We're going to do a Forbidden Power and Path to Glory campaign in one with Gloomspike, because I don't want to play any of the Order Forces. And I think, I don't know, I think Legion of Gash might be a bit of a push for you, because you'd have to paint it as you go.
Yeah.
So we'll probably, but saying that, you could potentially double up, because I mean your skeletons won't take long, will they?
With these contrasts, I mean I did 20 skellies,
Zombies.
In next to no time, so...
Now all you have to do is base them with that Luke's APS base and done.
Yes.
Gurimi's just joined us. Howdy, howdy.
Hello.
I don't know if you've been on the stream when Lucy's been here, but this is Lucy and she's playing with contrast paints.
Hiya.
Nah, mate. Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. I've been working on bits and pieces of everything tonight. I've been doing these Venatari, which is a commission for one of my Patreons. This is an hello, Lucy. And Demon Prince for me Death Guard. Finally finished off.
Getting ready to be killed by my orcs.
Ha! He's going to tear a hole in your stomper. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, the Demon Prince is finished now. I just need to do his base. What are the contrast paints like?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I'll say the same thing as what we've said to everybody. I don't think it's worth using on big flat surfaces such as Space Marines. Don't think it's worth it. Lucy's done 20 zombies in about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And she's saying there that in particular for the fur on that guy, rather than trying to stipple the paint in and get it right in between all the fur, it's fantastic because it's just a heavy pigmented wash.
So it's doing a lot of the work for me. The dark purple, it has dried nicer.
That's the chocolate biscuit.
But it's, yeah, but it's a bit too dark. Like, I've done her hair in it. Where's the camera? Don't know if you can see. So...
I think for Sylvaneth will be fantastic. Use the Wildwood paint, which is like dryad bark, and if you spray your whole lot white and paint it with that, then I would go back in with a brush to add your colours on to your to the leaves and stuff on the top. And you know what, you could do it quite quick with that. I mean, I airbrushed your dryads and then dry brushed and stuff. It is a very different look, and I don't think it's for everything. But it's the same as an airbrush. It's a tool in your box, which is handy for a lot of things, but not everything. I'm going to pop into Warhammer World on Tuesday and grab some. Well, I picked up 11 from Battle Bunker, and then we went into Games Workshop yesterday and you picked up another 4, didn't you?
3 and 1 normal colour.
No, you got 4 contrast yesterday.
Oh yes I did, sorry, yes.
So I think we've got 15 of them. I'd probably maybe pick up a lighter blue, but the blues that were nice looked like Guilliman Glaze. And I've got 3 tubs of Guilliman Glaze here, so I'm not really in a rush for that.
Actually, I can show you the blues.
Oh, the dark blue. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's the dark blue on his trousers. That's just 1/4 contrast over white primer and not the primer they say to use for.
That's just Wilkinson's standard white primer.
And this is the green.
It's a little hard to see because my light's so bright mixed, yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I would have gone on the 15th, but the car has been in for its service, having its battery changed.
That's not so bad compared to what my service cost me, though.
Oh.
My service. Oh, by the way, your water pump's leaking. Great. How much is that? 100 odd quid. Yeah. But to do it, we've got to take your timer belt off. Oh. How much is that? 300 odd.
Because you can't put the same one on. So James, I don't know if you can see. I need to do the light purple again.
Electric cars don't need to be serviced so often as BS.
Thing with his car, it's an Insignia, it doesn't break that often, but when it does,
It's a few hundred quid a time.
but at least we know it's going to be champion to get us to Disney
Yep.
when you get the new tyres.
Yep. That looks bloody amazing, he says. Honestly, like I said, I think for a lot of things, and for people who aren't great painters, I think it's definitely a massive, massive thing. I think like the pro painters and stuff will use it as a tool, as opposed to this is how I now paint my army. But I think to get stuff on the table for gaming standards, I think it's fantastic. And tomorrow night I'm actually going to attempt to either paint 10 Genestealer cultists, or if I can get them built at work tomorrow, 30 demonettes.
Oh, the lids don't like to close on these though.
Oh wow, that's a lot to paint. Oh no, I'll build them at work, and then I'll paint them tomorrow night on stream.
Yes, because we will be back again tomorrow.
Yeah, Lucy's staying here because we're actually going down to London on Tuesday on the train, so she's staying here during the day tomorrow. Just so that she's here for Tuesday morning.
I mean, you could have picked us up on the way home from work. But here I'll be here all day, not rushing around, and get all your salad ready. Just have a relaxing day.
Oh, I'm gonna have to steal Jacaro orange off you.
You use orange?
Yep. Ray wants his Venatari ginger. So Thank you.
You're welcome.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Yeah, I'm watching
For
that
the islands that I pull from the sea. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. Yeah, we need to watch that. We're watching the eggs, haven't we?
No. So actually I might get, if I see any in Disney, Moana t-shirt.
Yes. What's the matter?
Didn't know where to pick it up from.
Ah. Do you want this guy sticking in his base, by the way?
Yes, please.
Because I've got another paint handle up there as well. Actually, hang on. Scrape the paint off and then use the plastic glue. What size brush are you using for the contrast paint? Is that a medium layer?
Yeah, for the finer details, medium layer, but I've mostly been using a medium base. Wait, for the zombies, for the bodies and skin I use the medium base, but a medium layer for everything else. I think that's all of him. Don't you hate when you search a model making sure you haven't missed any white? Yeah, I'm done.
Bit silly here. What I should have done was sprayed the base white as well.
Why?
Because then you could have just contrasted the base.
I'm doing no yeah.
Yeah, but it's got the sculpted base. Look.
Never mind. There you go, see? I got close to the pot and found some white. I was actually dreading painting this guy because of the fur. But how long's that took me? Half an hour-ish?
I wouldn't even say that.
I mean, obviously he's not finished, so I'm going to do a bit more touch-ups, pinks, but...
And then paint like the talons and stuff.
yeah. I think I might need to do another coat of black on her coat. Yeah, on her corset. So there's the black on her corset. This is the
Warp
lightning green. That is the Cherish purple. When that's my lie outside, so see you later, Liam.
Catch you later, dude.
Will you pass you the grab down?
Oh, slipping on my foot. come in. No, lift them up slightly on your side. No, lift them up on my side. Yeah, just come off his base now. There you go. So, tiny bits of silver, a few touches of gold.
No, where did I put the black? No. No. Black temple. Yeah, I really do like the black. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit more expensive than normal paints, but it saves on all the fiddly bits. Actually, that purple, it's, if you put it, you light, it's really dark there, but it gets a lot lighter down the bottom.
Yeah.
Just don't know if you can really see it on camera.
Yeah, you can see it there at that angle.
Oh, yeah, YouTube's really behind again.
That's not actually Twitch, that's OBS, so you'll see it live on OBS.
Okay.
Right, where's me Waystone Green? Skaven would look good in this. Yes. You could paint Skaven very fast with them.
I'm hoping this inspires Tony.
Yeah.
All I need to do is halflings.
I would say keep going with the death till you get used to that, and then when you're really comfortable with it, move on to them, because the halflings are tiny.
I wasn't maybe just going to use. Do you think I should use these?
I think with the flesh it would be a really good idea.
just a tiny bit, I just can't get it. I think that was it.
Go back and do the gemstones again because one coat never is enough for some reason with these.
Of course it's not, it's too thin. Of course.
It's one thick coat now.
I can't see Duncan giving up his 2 thin coats.
They're going to push contrast like crazy though.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the phrase one thick coat will get stuck in his throat?
It'd be funny if we did a tutorial and like referenced it.
Did we get an arc of another brown or not?
No, you said you were happy with snake white leather. I suggested getting wildwood, but you decided against it.
And I can't find the leather now.
That's the thing with them as well, they look like such different colours, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, that. Well, while I have got this one out, I might as well do the second coat on the doodahs over there. Zombies. Oh, my Warhammer painting sheet will be full this month.
Aye. We do Paint Hammer 2019, so we keep track of all the models that we painted throughout the year.
We did it last year, but after a few months we kind of like forgot. So the last week of last year, one night on stream, he got every single model we painted out onto the game table.
It didn't fit.
No, it was epic.
It took me 2 hours to get them out.
But it was nice though, because you can't see how much you've painted. You feel like you haven't done a lot. So to see it all on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, for anyone who's new to the streams, just turned in, these are the zombies. Everything bar the silver is contrast paint.
I think that's not quite dark enough for wood.
No, but I like it.
Okay.
I am doing the second coat to darken it a touch more, but
Where's my Reichland? There it is. And then these guys are finished, apart from
another victory for the Bloods over the Viola Zenos.
Stevio. These will be done then, apart from I forget what I was going to say. Oh, the brown strings on the robes. That's the only thing that won't be done on them.
There's stuff like that on these that'll be like, you know what? Actually, I don't know. Oh, whatever. It's only got more bits. Stephen, have you still got your Seraphon, or did you sell them?
He sold them.
Oh,
It would be
no.
so easy to paint with that contrast, Stephen.
Yeah, really good. I still need to do the bones.
What are you doing them? Skeleton hard.
No, that'd be too much. Like, I'll just do Iceland, something like that.
Oh, you were going to try the yellow on some of the hair, weren't you?
Yeah, just remembered that. So I decided I'm not actually going to redo the things.
What?
Repaint all the wood bits, but there's some bits that needed
Oh, yeah.
a touch up on the woods.
I just realised I put your Carol Orange in there. Are those Venetari? They are rares. That's 6 now done, Stephen.
I do like this brown for wood, but I think a different one would be better.
Over an GW on Friday or something.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Oh,
unless
well,
you want one.
We'll be going to Battle Bunker on Friday to pick your stuff up anyway.
Yes.
I've got 9 on the way. Jesus, Steve, man. I think the boiler's gone if I can hear it. Right, I'm gonna get the loo and bring my plague. Ah, Marine's up.
Like your
Squeeze
hip.
past. No, it was me, knee. By the way, do you want your orc stuff glued on bases?
Yeah.
Are you doing anything else with the metal bits on it?
No.
Okay.
That. So there is the dry black. Might do another coat. See how her second coat died. Try the yellow now on the hair. I'm a bit dubious about the yellow, but we'll give it a go.
I might check my magnets actually, so I should magnetise at least the bodies beforehand.
You're getting tired.
I'm not far off.
Yeah.
You nearly done like.
Yeah.
I won't magnetise them then. I'll glue these on the base. Sure you don't want to do anything else with that gold and that.
Not until the onks on.
Oh, she's doing the weathering powder again, forgot about that. Deacon's just joined us over on YouTube.
Hello.
Forgot to order my magnets the other day, you know.
You've got lots.
I know, but not of the size that I need. there we go. He comes straight off. Oh, I'll go on Twitch actually.
Yes, all of my zombies are having blonde hair.
Oh, you're doing the yellow?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's okay. I don't know what to make of it when it's wet, so...
Well, painting some old hammer tonight, guys. Forgot how small the old marines are. What level of old hammer are we talking, Sharpie? How's Lucy finding the paints?
Great. I'm loving them. Absolutely loving them. For stuff like this. Made me varble done. And yeah, a couple of bits more, but half hour.
Yeah. What are you doing? Just painting the bony bits to tie with the rest of your army.
Her done in 10 minutes. But she's technically not finished, but...
What, because you want to do a light dry brush?
Yeah, very light.
Palm of my hand's gone really itchy there. Oh, you haven't done his laser eye? He's
You know I can't do eyes. Do you want me eye brush?
No, it's a mechanical one. It looks like a proper like headlight.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I have to work out how I deliberately left one of them with a dodgy foot so that it would glue in place quite easily on bases like this. Cause
yeah, it was so hard to paint them.
Yeah, but see that base though, that's really not flat, whereas them two are flat. So
Oh! Oh!
Jesus Christ! Get a thick brush.
Well, at least we didn't need the elephant much.
Where's the other dry brush? And this is why you apparently bought them trays.
Yeah. Now the true test, does the contrast make the desk look as good as we expected? Oh, hello, Age of Slanesh. Will you be getting more quiet? Will we?
Probably not. Specialist games are cool and they come with really cool models, but it's just another thing that you've got to learn how to play.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say we at least probably save most of that.
Yeah. It had to be done. I'm glad I did it with this one, which we don't need.
Can you hold it while
Yeah, I bought these tray stand things from GW.
Before you dump her down,
I'll just move the camera. For exactly that reason, and I go and do it anyway. At least I don't get it on any models.
Apart from this one.
Oh god, how bad.
It's not bad. I'm just trying to wash it off, but you've also missed a piece.
I know, I missed a bit of the pinks.
Yeah, that was it. I've tried to wash that off. It will need another coat. It might look slightly, but it's his claw, so you can probably put your... Yeah, that's the bit I meant.
Yeah, I knew that.
I don't know where it is. What's that?
I'm not the first, I'll not be the last.
Nope. In fairness, I think you've only ever dropped one pot of wash.
Two, and they were both due to violet. One was one day, the first was one day, the second was the next day.
What, straight after each other?
Yeah.
I think I've dropped one. No, I dropped one on stream a couple of nights ago.
Oh.
I think it was the Agrax, but there wasn't. It was like a quarter of it left anyway, so I didn't actually spill that much.
Alright. Can I have a little small kitchen water now that's cleaned up?
Yeah.
Right. Voluptuous pink.
Anyway, he's Lucy's big mech with shock attack gun. She's got a tiny bit to do on the goblin's face, and Gretchen's face. What colour do you want his laser eye, by the way?
I don't know. Just you pick one.
I'll just probably use one of the gemstone pens and go.
Yeah.
You know them ridged pipes? Contrast on that would actually be quite good.
Yeah.
Run a line of that or along that?
Oh. Yeah, I'm not the steadiest doing that.
Just go over the pink one as well, it's fine. Love it! Rerunning ones, Jack. What colours are you using? For contrast, Lucy is using Volupus pink there.
Yep.
She used Magus purple on the arms and stuff, and then Shaish purple on the fur.
Yeah. If you give us 2 seconds, or wait, you can see that guy. The blue is Leviathan. And the flesh is Skeleton Horde, and that is the dark green on the trousers.
Dark Angel green.
The Shaish purple is her hair. See in the light. And it is the green, bright green
Warp Lightning.
warp lightning for the dress. Oh, and the black was on a corset as well.
Black Templar.
Yeah.
And I'm gluing Lucy's first lot of orcs to to the bases. So this is Lucy's little spearhead, along with 3 bikers. Because Lucy doesn't understand detachments, but each of the killer cans is a heavy support choice. And your big mech's a HQ. So 3 heavy supports and 1 HQ gives you a spearhead detachment, which is 1 command point. And then the bikes just go in with that.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while to understand.
You don't even need to know about the detachments. You just tell me what you want in your army and I'll put it in. And I'll tell you how many CP you have. But yeah, she's got another 7 bikes to chew through, 30 Gretchen, another big mech, and then the trike. And then the stomp was probably what, a third done?
Yeah.
To take on my Death Guard, and I have 3 Blight Haulers and a Demon Prince done. I've got 15 Marines and 5 characters, and then Morty to go. You two are definitely an inspiration for us to start a channel over at Rerolling Ones. Ah, that's who it is.
Oh yes, we watch your channel, definitely.
You guys are awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in, Jack.
Oh, I've painted so much tonight, but I'm enjoying it.
Actually, was it you guys that ran the someone had the Stormcast battalion with loads and loads of I think ballistas in
Against Nagash.
against Nagash and the Morghast? Because that's what I've been trying to get Lucy to do, but she bought zombies and a skeleton horde and
I'm still in the Dark Agents, shading and highlighting the interceptors.
yeah, it was them.
Oh yeah,
It was a really good game, that one. I loved that.
I don't really like watching battle reports, anyone, but I have watched a few of yours and I definitely enjoyed that Nagash one.
We're actually going to be starting a Forbidden Power / Path to Glory campaign soon as well, where we're basically going to combine the two. So it'll be a Path to Glory Forbidden Power campaign. So we'll use all the Forbidden Power rules and their campaign rules, but we'll build the armies by following Forbidden Power.
And we might use one of the new missions from the General's Handbook. Oh no, do you do?
No, you have to use the ones from Forbidden Power.
Right.
Do you know what I'm going to do? He's been sat here for absolutely ages.
He really has.
Half painted. I'm going to finish him now while you're topping that up. That's a great idea. It kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone, and you'll know yourself about like the level. Like by the time you film a game and then edit it and stuff, like it does take a lot longer than what a lot of people imagine. Whereas me and Lucy could probably play the first 3 if we're going Path to Glory in a day. Because obviously like 1 hero and 3 units, then 1 hero and 4 units, and then like 5 or 6. So I think that's going to be a great idea, because we love the idea of the artifacts and stuff. They were really cool.
Yeah.
And we've actually got some of the Stormvault terrain. I actually ran out of Xandri dust spray the day before I got it all finished. Alex has just joined us. Hi, was playing Pathfinder the day it just finished. Cool. I've never played it.
Necromancer, what colour skin? Neolite oxide?
Uh,
Or the skeleton?
no, he's not like a ghost. He's like a
Which one did I buy today?
Dark Oath Flesh. I think is Plague Bearer 2 green.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not risking it. Yeah, for those just joined in.
She spilled the yellow all over.
Yeah.
But it is good that they're in smaller pots than the big washers.
Yes, that is true. Crap.
What?
I've gotten black on his hand.
Do you want the white scar? Or you just
I'll
gonna...
have to. I've just painted over with this, but when it's dry, I'll have to.
Yeah.
He's got a really receding hairline.
Alex, I have to wait so long till my contrast prints arrive. How come?
Can you pass us the oh no, God. And everyone who's watching, if you're a fan of Age of Sigmar, Reroll and One's channel, brilliant. It's the only action back reports I do watch.
Yep.
Have you got the link, Jack? The channel.
Yeah, feel free to stick it in the chat, man. For those of you watching on Twitch, the link will appear on YouTube.
Oh, it's rerollandones.com.
Oh, even better. Didn't realise you guys actually had a proper website either.
Booms and booms and booms.
No problem, man. But yeah, Lucy doesn't normally play 40k, but she wanted to play with a Stomper, didn't you?
Yep.
And this is the start of the Orc army.
They'll not be getting much bigger than what we've got.
Nah.
I'll not be playing it often. Well, I'd never heard of Warhammer before I met Harry, and I fell in love with the Orcs when he showed us, and I was like, yeah. And then Tony, bless him, he had the Orc army for ages. It was sat in a box, and he's just said, you know, I'd rather have it and it be on the channel than sitting in a box here.
He sent it up for my birthday, didn't he?
Mhm.
So I mean, altogether we don't have loads of Orcs, but I don't think it's really going to expand beyond the odd couple of units now and again.
Yeah.
Like we've got a battle wagon, we've got a truck, we've got 10 guys that will be magnetized as knobs, burners or looters. We've got 5 looters, 5 storm boys, I think 20 orc boys, a boss on foot, 9 killer cans, 10 or 11 bikes, 2 big mech with shock attack gun, the Death Killer War Trike, a Morkanaut and a Stomper.
He built the Morkanaut, but in friendly games I'll probably just use it.
If you fancied running the other one, you could just...
See.
I looked at magnetising it, but the problem is the gun on the Morkanaut, right? You've got to actually use the gun from the Gorkanaut as a backplate for the gun for the Morkanaut, and you couldn't. And then there was all the guns on the top that were different, the faceplate was different, and I was just... nah. It's hard relearning where all my paints are, Lucy.
Okay, there was more than one carrying a bone of these, and I can't. Done that one.
I've just done it back half flesh and then
Gonna
just
dry.
agrax or something.
Yeah. Oh, here he is. Have they got bone contrasts?
Skeleton horde. But you did the flesh skeleton horde, so you wanted it to be a bit different, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. We in Sweden got very few delivered, and the shops say they don't know when they'll be able to fulfill orders. It's mainly the black and white ones. Somewhat tempted to start a Coward and Overlord's army, but should wait for the new battle tome first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll get the new battle tome pretty soon. I hope to God Beast Claw Raiders are the next destruction one to get it. Because they did say that there was at least one more battle tome for each. I've got 20 boys, 9. Oh, we've got 30 grots as well. Stomper, Weird Boy, Truck, Gun Wagon, 10 grots, 5 looters, a big mech with shot attack gun, Boom Dacker Snaz Wagon, a custom booster blaster, and a shock jump dragster.
Nice.
I do like the names of all the other ones, but to be honest, the only ones that I think are good is the Megatrack Scrapjet. They don't want to glue the bases, like I'll have to pour some on. I'm going to dry brush the bone on his teeth and that, and then I'm done, I think.
Yeah, I'm done now. Actually, I've got some bits of ribbon to do. I don't know what colour to do ribbon.
Ribbon?
What?
Oh, right.
Hey, what colour do we usually do what?
He normally goes Andrew Dust.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. But
Same. I do hope Ogres as a whole will my army back to 7th edition fantasy. The mortal wounds they can put out was nice. Is that the Megatrack Scrapjet? I love the fact that it's a plane with tracks on it. I think I would probably pick that up at some point, but then like as far as the rest of the orcs go, I'm not really. I'm not that fussed. Maybe is it a Death Dread, the one that's a bit bigger killer can?
I am actually going to do a quick second coat of the pink on the guts coming out of these guys.
Stephen, the way to play orcs is 10 buckets of boys.
Yeah.
We'd probably go Storm Boys, to be honest, because...
you would.
Okay. Because I was going to say they're really fast with the... what do you call it? Where's me normal super glue? I really want to use the Gorilla Glue. No, I'll just use it.
Yeah, one quart of the voluptuous pink is very similar to 2 quarts of the light purple. So just not putting them on camera. Once I've finished all my custards, I'll be concentrating on my orcs next.
Who's that Deacon? Templars of Doom?
Yeah. We're there if you ever want a big orc game, and Deacon can team up. Obviously in the far future.
Haven't got a lot left to get from Forge World, to be honest.
Anymore. No. Done. Oh. That is how tired I am. Oh,
Yeah,
so
when you do him, you'll have to pin that little bit of mud that you were scratching. Because you're going to try some of the weathering powders on these tomorrow, aren't you? Or at some point.
Maybe you'll be interested in the Apocalypse Orc Spearhead. No,
We've seen it?
we've got everything that's in it, and like I say, it's not going to be a big orc army. So what we've got is pretty much it. If it has come out before I'd bought the Stomper.
Before we bought the killer cans and the Big Mac with shock attack gun, I probably would have picked it up. But nah. Right.
That's us done.
It is. I want to say a massive thank you for tuning in, guys. Make sure you come back tomorrow. For the people who are watching on YouTube, please go and follow us on Twitch. We will be live streaming on Twitch only tomorrow.
And thank you for the donations at
Yes.
the beginning of the stream.
Massive shout out to Matthew for that. Thank you very much to Jack and Re-Roller Ones for tuning in. Chapter Master Valrak himself also tuning in. It is absolutely greatly appreciated. Okay, didn't know you made the investments already. Investments?
The Stomper Killer Can.
Oh, right, yeah. We've already got the Stomper and that. Yeah. But what we're going to do now, guys, is we are going to raid Arizale because he is a fantastic painter, very chilled out guy, and he's not much of a gamer. He's definitely a painter, but wow, he can paint, man. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. We'll post some pictures of the contrast stuff up on the Facebook page, and we'll see you again very soon.
Bye.
Oh wow. Thank you for the raid, Dark Artisan TV. How is everyone today? Hope you've all had good days. Yes it is. I'm just finishing up Neferata herself. Well, we got a little bit left to go on her, but finishing up Neferata herself. The mount is done. And yeah, so and she is getting there. Time is it? 3:30?